morning everyone. I am BP Hajira, pursuing second year MCom, 4th SEM, Department of PG Studies in Commerce, Government First Grade College of Arts, Science and Commerce Sira. In the course International Business, my presentation topic is Brexit and its implications on IB, taught by Mr. Tirumalayam. First, let us know the introduction about Brexit. Brexit, it was started on June 23, 2016 after passing a Brexit referendum. Brexit referendum, it states that it is a withdrawal of Britain from European Union. Then secondly, this referendum, it was passed for several reasons like immigration, sovereignty and also monetary issues. Immigration, it states that moving of people from one place to another place. Sovereignty, it states that the government, it has a right to control its area. And also the monetary issues. Then immigration is a long standing issue in Britain. For example, many of the Western European in UK, they have experienced that the Muslims, they have impulse massive migration from one country to another country from 10 to 20 years. So immigration is a long standing issue in Britain. Then in addition to influencing referendum results, the monetary concern, it also states the complaint that it gives a false information related to the Britain. Then last, the leave campaign, it stated that if it leave EU, it could lead to pound 350 million increase in a weekly to the UK. So this is all about introduction about Brexit. The next is meaning of Brexit. Brexit, it states that it is a process of negotiating new trade deals, citizen registration rules and as well as the borders. So this is the meaning of Brexit. The next definition of Brexit. Brexit, it states that Britain exit from European Union. See, Britain plus exit is equal to Brexit. So this is the definition of Brexit. Then next, there are some benefits of Brexit. So first benefit is, if Britain leaves the European Union, then they could create their own rules and regulations related to trade. Then second benefit is, if it leave the European Union, then they could give an access to increase in single market and as well as their custom unions. Single market, it states that they can increase their market from one country to another country and as well as they can make their own custom union. Custom union, it states that it is an agreement made to lower tax rate and as well as to reduce the trade barriers. Then thirdly, the benefit is regaining sovereignty. It is seen as a win by those who opted to stay in EU. Opted, it states that those who choice to live in EU, they can regain the sovereignty. For example, EU law, under EU law, citizen of another nation, they can decide to live in another nation uh, without any rules and regulations. So this is all the benefits of Brexit. Next, let us know the drawbacks of Brexit. First drawback of Brexit is, if EU leaves the Britain, then they could exert a stronger bargaining power. They could bear a stronger bargaining power. Then second is, if they leave UK, they would lose negotiating power and as well as the free trade with other countries too. Then the UK, it tries to recreate trade deals with other countries. If they leave European Union, then they should create their own rules and regulations related to trade deals. And fourth drawback of Brexit is the uncertainty of Brexit. It also causes volatility. It causes volatility and it also affects the businesses, those who are operating within UK. They can face the problem of uncertainty. Then last drawback is, it could also lead to subject to tariff war it can also impose more tariff on goods and services, and will also increase the cost of raw materials into Britain and also the finished product out. So these are all the drawbacks of Brexit. Next, let us know the implication of Brexit on IB, how it is affecting on international business. So first is trade barriers, supply chain disruption, regulatory compliance, currency fluctuations, market access, investment uncertainty, legal and contractual considerations. So these are all the implications. Let us discuss it one by one. First is trade barriers. The UK's exit from the imposition of tariff and trade barriers affecting flow of goods and services between UK and EU. If Brexit is done, then they could face the problems related to trade barriers in UK, trade barriers from the flow of goods and services in UK and EU countries. So this is the first implication of Brexit on IB. Then second is supply chain disruption. Supply chain disruption, it states that supply chain refers to the product moving from production to sale. Disruption, it states that disturbance or problems related to supply chain. So the companies with supply chain spanning, those the companies in UK and EU, those who are doing supply chain will face a problems due to the custom checks and also the regulatory differences, which will increase their cost and delays. So this is the second implication of Brexit on IB. Then third is regulatory compliance. Regulatory compliance, it states that businesses operating in both UK and EU, the businesses those are operating in EU and UK, they should follow some different regulatory frameworks relating to, they should have their own certification and also compliance measures related to their businesses. So this is the third implication of Brexit on IB. Then fourth is currency fluctuations. It states that Brexit, it has already caused fluctuation in the value of British pound. So there is first only there is a problem in fluctuations of British pound impacting the cost of. So due to this, there is a impact on import and export of business trading with the UK. Those who are trading with UK, they have the problems related to import and export due to this fluctuation in currency. Then fifth is market access. UK based company, they may lose preferential access to EU market. Due to this Brexit, they may leave the they may lose the preferential access, they may lose to increase their business to the EU market, while EU based companies may face similar challenges when access to UK market. Same as the UK market will also face the problem. Then sixth is investment uncertainty. It states that Brexit uncertainty, it may deter the foreign investment in the UK and EU. Has investors, they'll wait to see how this new relationship will unfold. Then last is legal and contractual considerations. Businesses may need to review and potential renegotiate contracts. If they make some contracts related to Brexit, then they have to made it new one, because Brexit, it could cause the impact on existing agreement, particularly those involving cross border and investment. Cross border, the businesses that is being done in cross borders may face this legal and contractual considerations. So these are all the implications of Brexit. Next, let us know the reason for Brexit, why the Brexit has happened. First is sovereignty, second is regulations are becoming a burden, then euro the disasters, and the last is due to immigration. First, sovereignty, it states that although the British government influences some form in selecting the members to the European Commission, the members are neither under the influence nor accountable to British Parliament, and some of the policy decisions such as competition policy, agriculture, copyright, and patent law go against the interest of Britain. It states that as the government has its control over the area, it will frame its own rules and regulation. So this will lead to the problem for the trade as well. So this is the first reason why the Brexit has happened. Then second is regulation are becoming a burden. It states that there were some regulations such as limits on the power of vacuum cleaner, reselling of bags, have offline been seen as a burden. So due to this burden, due to these regulations, it became a burden for Britain. So this is the second reason for Brexit. Then thirdly, euro the disasters. It states that although the euro is a common currency for EU, Britain still uses the pound as its currency. um, EU first, you the currency of EU is euro, but Britain it uses as a pound as its currency. So this will lead to the reason for Brexit. How? Because due to different usage of currency, they may not achieve such integration. For example, like Greece and Spain, they are suffering from by using their own currency. They may suffer the problems like high debt, high unemployment, whereas other countries such as Germany are also enjoying the higher growth. So this is the third reason why Brexit has happened. And the last is immigration. It states that Britain is a signatory of Schengen border free zone, which states that allow easy travel across Europe. So over the 10 years, there has been a quite an opposition towards migration into the country from the EU and its effects. So due to the migration of people from one country to another country, it could lead to the problems like wages and as well as the public services. So these are all the reasons why Brexit was happened. First is sovereignty, um, second is regulations were the burden, third is euro the disaster, and the last is immigrations. Then last, let us know before Brexit and after Brexit. So first is free and frictionless. A UK firm export part to EU means free movement. There was before Brexit there was a free movement of goods and services, but after Brexit free trade only. After Brexit, a non-EU firm export part to the EU subject to. So there was no free movement of goods and services after Brexit. Then before Brexit, second point is delivered by lorry insured on EU wide. So the goods used to deliver from lorry, but after Brexit, the goods are transported by lorry, which must company with EU regulations. So after Brexit, without rules and regulation, before Brexit, without rules and regulations, it was traveling. But after Brexit, they should make a EU regulations. Then third is driven by human. It was a driven by human, but after Brexit, driven by human, but only he has valid driving and entry permits. So if he is a valid driver, then only he has to uh, drive the lorry to transport the goods. The last is payment received before Brexit, but after Brexit the firm received payment subject to any responder or earnings or exchange controls. So this is all about before Brexit and after Brexit. Next, conclusion. conclusion, it states that after discussing all the impact of Brexit on global economy, we could come to a conclusion that has every coin have two sides. In the same way, if a Brexit leaves a Britain leaves a European Union, there would be a disadvantage to European Union, and if it be there, it will also be an advantage to the European Union. So this is all about Brexit. Thank you, Tirumala sir, for giving this opportunity.